Hey, we are live. And you know what? Happy New Year to everyone. Yes,
New Year.
it is 2023, and my resolution is the same as every year. Finally catch that damn Roadrunner.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going, because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian Jack Mayberry, plus funny songs from Bill Warrington, and a Patti melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Oh, I feel all the changes in the show, Steve. Good job. Good job changing the show. Patti, is that the picture? Did you just see that picture he had of you?
Yeah, she sent that.
Oh, she sent that to you.
She likes it. Shut
Yep,
up.
I said that's all right.
Great picture.
Well, because I take the same picture every one of my I did crackers this last weekend, and half my pictures are that exact picture. It's like you're leaning out going, join us. Come on, laugh at this.
Yes.
I know. So it's very funny. So that's great. And welcome everybody to the Virtual Comedy Show. I'm Brad Tassell, and it is Monday night. Can you believe it? It is Monday night. We have moved the show, and we moved the show for two reasons. One, because now that we're, pretty much post-pandemic, everybody's very busy. So we had an organizational meeting where we read the research and found out that our viewers only like it when I can't come to the show. So, if Patti can't come, people are mad. If Steve can't come, there's no intros, just me. And the second reason we moved to Monday is so that Tuesday can be the day that sucks the first. So well, and it is great to be here. We've got great jokes. We have an interview with Jack Mayberry, who's been one of Steve and I's favorite comics for many years, and we will discuss with him. You're going to see the words as I try to rip them off of there. There we go. All right, are we ready? Let's get started. First joke. Prince Harry, y'all know Prince Harry. Wait,
Oh yeah.
he sat down with Anderson Cooper for an interview and did something I never thought possible. Made me like him less than the rest of the family. I couldn't believe it. This interview with he has a new memoir coming out called Spare, which is a little shorter than the real title, which should be Spare Me, actually. Are y'all really big William fans? Among the things we found out, he took mushrooms to help with his grief after his mother passed away when he was 12. Which led him to say this to his brother one day. Oh man, I was tripping so hard I thought I dressed like a Nazi. Hey, I didn't dress like a Nazi. And yes, I did actually. I did dress like a Nazi once. I was in the play, The Hills Are Alive, Sound of Music. So I was Herr Zeller. Anyway, I cannot wait for this book because it will kill the old idiom. I am definitely going to judge a book by this cover. I ain't going in. Okay. All right. Well, we started slow, but let's try for a joke. Here we go. This is actually what I was supposed to do first, and I got confused. It only took 15 votes for Kevin McCarthy to become Weaker in the House. And Speaker of the House. He had to bow down to the Q-loving creeps in Congress to finally give him the votes to take the gavel. And I don't want to say that McCarthy had to give up a lot to win, but the Congressional Slush Fund must now pay for Marjorie Taylor Greene's testosterone shots. I don't want to say McCarthy had to give up a lot to win, but George Santos now gets to call himself the Lindbergh baby. I don't want to say McCarthy had to give up a lot to win, but they will deliver copies of Preteen Girl magazine right to Matt Gaetz's office. There we go. The show is started. All right, kids, here we go. Next up, I did a lot of them here. It's all different papers. Joe Biden. We all love Joe. Joe Biden finally visited the Texas border with Mexico and was met at the airport by Governor Greg Abbott, who gave the president a letter describing the chaos at the border. Now, no one has seen this letter, but I know 3 of the main points Abbott used to describe the crisis. First thing he put in there, big crisis, because we had no idea immigrants could climb. This wall is easy. And there's holes in it. The second thing that makes this crisis at the border so bad, immigrants keep saying, all we want is that beef jerky at Buc-ee's. Are y'all Buc-ee's fans? No Buc-ee's fans?
Only at 3 a.m.
Yeah, only at 3 a.m. And they're going to open 2 Buc-ee's in Kentucky coming up. And the main point of Greg Abbott's letter to Biden about the border crisis was, these people seem to be brown.
Oh, man.
He's the racist, not me. All right. Hey, this is fun. Here we go. A family in Connecticut found a bear. Patti, I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
A family in Connecticut found a bear hibernating under their deck in their backyard. Neighbors and some experts suggested they blow air horns to make a lot of noise to wake the bear and scare him off. But the family has decided kindly to leave the bear asleep, saying, we are just going to leave him there for now, as everyone in Chicago knows you never see a bear around the first week of February. or in late January or early January. Usually about November. They never see any more bears. Ooh, there you go.
1986. That's all I got to say.
That's right. 1886.
The Bears.
Okay. The Bears. All right. So, and I remember a lot of Chicago people in here. Hey, the January 6th insurrection went so well for Trump and his traitors, 950 charged, many in jail, that Brazil decided to do one. Steve Bannon, who was the only person in history to hear, "You look rough," from Otis from Mayberry, he told the losing Conservative Party in Brazil to deny the results no matter what. And now hundreds of supporters of losing President Bolsonaro have stormed the Capitol because of the win of President-elect with Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. Now we thought that the Trump maggot brigade were dummies, but the Bolsonaro boneheads waited till a week after the new president was sworn in to try to stop him being sworn in. We're going to stop that vote. They also wanted to kill Mike Pence, but that's just normal for anybody.
Everybody wants to be Mike Pence.
Good measure.
That's good measure. Get that fly off his head with an axe. By the way, I'm not advocating hurting Mike Pence in any way. He should live forever. More than 400 people have been arrested, and a poll found out that every one of them at one point responded yes when asked by their mother, if a Trumper jumped off a bridge, would you too? Is this too esoteric for everybody?
No.
By the way, losing President Bolsonaro is now in Florida. And right now he's looking for a refund for a My Pillow franchise and 2,000 Trump NFTs. So he's all right, here we go. Let's see what's next. Hey, in Wisconsin. Now, did you all see this? In Wisconsin, a historic canal was filled with melted butter after a dairy plant caught fire.
Yep.
Oh, dear. What?
You didn't see that?
What?
Yep.
No.
That's right. Dairy plant catches fire. All the runoff of butter, tons of butter, into a canal. When asked why the cleanup team wore hazmat suits to clean the yellow mess, the leader said, "We're vegan."
Wow.
Hey, it would have been much worse. It would have been much worse till they redirected the flowing canal filled of butter filled. Let's start that over. It would have been worse, but they redirected the butter-filled canal to the local Regal Cinema in time for the 8 p.m. showing of Avatar. That was funnier than I did it. Okay.
Oh,
man.
moving.
Hawkeye Jeremy Renner. Know that guy?
Yeah.
He plays Hawkeye, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What has shared pictures of himself recovering from being run over by his snowplow last week. That was scary, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Luckily, the actor was saved by emergency services and medical personnel. Wait till he tries to use the blender, said Voltron. He's not gone yet. Voltron's still out there. Let's see. I'm gonna skip through and just do. I'm gonna do 3 more, and then we're gonna move on. Here we go. The Brunson versus Sanity case. Have you all been following? It's Adams, but how about the Brunson versus Insanity case, which said that all Democrats from Biden on down must be removed from office because of fraud. Oddly, was denied by the Supreme Court.
Wow.
It now moves on to the last chance for a hearing when they take it to where it belongs, the Space Force Galactic Tribunal of Planet Justice. That's it. Where the verdict will be. Okay. That's just dumb.
How'd you spell that on the page?
BLBLBLBLBLBL.
Correct. Well done.
How would you have spelled it?
Like that.
Like that. Okay. Okay. Now, hey, here's some news for anybody here younger than us. It is that time of year again. To be frank, Oscar Mayer is looking for 12 young people who would relish the chance to drive the Wienermobile for a year of trying to catch up with hot dog lovers around the country. A passion for hot dogs is a mustard.
Oh, gee.
And you got to know how to get out of a pickle. Thousands apply every year, and after the worst of the group get a chilly reception. The rest fight a wiener take all competition to spend the next 12 months working their buns off. You must apply on their website. Everybody out there, this is a true thing. On their website, Oscar Mayer, before January 31st. And this is a full-time position, so you can't sausage this job in between side hustles or link it to existing positions. The winners will plump up with pride and wear a smile that is a foot long. This information was brought to you by Oscar Mayer.
Are you almost bun?
If I had not already used bun, that would have been great. Okay, nope, this is the last one. Here we go. Mel Gibson. Get ready with there should be an outro for this, Steve.
Oh, you want that?
Yeah, someday. Yeah, after this, like, okay.
Oh, I thought it would be something like, wah, wah, wah.
No, that's after every joke.
Oh, got it.
This is the end. Okay. Mel Gibson. We all love Mel Gibson, don't we? Mel Gibson was dropped as the Grand Marshal of an upcoming Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans.
Good.
Organizers, boo, you wanted him to do it?
No, she said good.
Oh, good, yes. Organizers said they were getting concerned about the safety of their riders and guests. Mel Gibson said, it was the Jews. Uh-oh.
Is that it?
Eve, I think the Jews took that joke away from me too.
Is it?
Wow.
That was more?
No, that was it.
Brad Tassell ending on Jews, everybody.
Wow. I thought
Always end on the Jews. That's
I
right.
should have. I thought I'll end on that because it's so silly, and then
man, we're stunned. So,
everybody turned on me, like Mel Gibson. It was crazy.
it was the Sound of Music. You in a Nazi outfit. I think
Yes.
that threw us all off.
What's funny, you know what though? What's funny is that I did that play, and we had the whole, you have the whole everything. And as a souvenir, I kept a riding crop and I kept my armband. And I hadn't even thought about it. So for like 25 years on a poster board in my attic was a swastika on an armband. And I thought, one day I looked up there, I said, I don't think this should be up. And I got rid. I said, people may not think this was the play that I was in back in the 80s.
All right, that was great. Let's hear it for Brad.
Hey, Brad. Woo.
Digging the whole deal. Let's do this. Happy New Year! It's time for another top 10 list. Hooray, hooray, hooray. And as usual, Brad has stolen all the things I was going to talk about. This originally was going to be, it was going to be a top 10 thing about Kentucky Buckies, but I can't do that because he talked about that. Then of course, he talked about moving the show to Monday, and of course, that's what I'm going to talk about. But before I do this list, I'm going to make it very clear. When I refer to Bob in this list, I'm referring to this Bob right here, and no other Bob. All right, let's get started. Tonight's category is top 10 things about moving this show to Monday. Here we go. Number 10. It's cheaper than moving it to Netflix. Number 9. Mondays are stupid. The show is stupid. Everything's stupid. So, yeah. Number 8. Now we can all see what that nutty Chandler and Joey are up to. What? Never mind. Number 7. Thursday is 2-for-1 jalapeno popper night at Applebee's.
Oh, that's a good reason.
These are the top 10 good things about moving this show to Mondays. Number 6. This list is so bad it would have ruined your entire weekend if this was Thursday. Number 5. Now Brad can resume roller derby Thursdays with Patti.
That's right. What a bombers.
Number 4. Now Janice can once again regularly attend the greater DC area Thursday night quilting bee and tractor pull.
Canceled it.
Dang it.
Damn it.
Thanks, Obama. Number 3. Bob always gets blind stinking drunk on Thursdays.
All right. Are you sure he's not drunk now?
Number 2. But Mondays are Bob's meth night. Night is the meth night. And the number 1 good thing about moving the show to Mondays. If I ever hear that Thursday song again, I may have to strangle someone.
Strangle Bob.
I'm just kidding. We love the Thursday song.
Yeah, but we really want you to listen to it 100 million
Just a little
times.
joke. Just a little joke.
We could use 1 billion views of that song. I like that it's Monday. It was a good idea. So it was you or Patti that made this decision?
This was my idea. We all decided it together, right, Bob? Yes.
Yeah. Well, you and Patti had a meeting without me.
No.
Well, we went out drinking without you. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
you went out drinking and you're like drunk and sloshing going, let's sing show on
An
Monday.
idea, and I said, let's just do it. And Patti said, no, we should probably ask Brad. I said, all right, fine, we'll ask Brad.
I do not believe that Patti said that. She goes, we're not asking him.
I get nicer
Hey, enough
when
of
I
this.
drink. That's all.
Yes.
I'm gonna serve him the bad
guest.
chicken.
Let's have a musical guest. Hey, look, everybody.
Let's do it.
Bill Warrington and Bethany Hill, who appears to be leaving. You don't have to leave. You don't have
You
to
can
leave.
stay.
All right,
You
fine.
can stay.
Whichever you like. You
Sing
figure
back
it out.
up.
We're going to do a little intro thing, and then Bill, you're going to do a song, and then I'll answer it somehow, and then you'll do another song. Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, It's time for our musical guest, Bill Warrington.
That was nice. Thank you.
I'm glad you like that.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Well,
I wrote this song with Gerald Smith and Tom Shepard. It's called Where There's a Will. Aunt Trudy was a widow woman, said had lots of money, 1,000 acres and a big old farm. She passed away last Monday. Knew she had a lot of kin, some lived way out of town. We weren't sure just where they were or how to track them down. But where there's a will, there's a relative. From everywhere, thank you. Where there's a will, there's a relative. But but it ain't just the grief they want to share. Seen Aunt Eileen in a year of Sundays. When she got news Aunt Trudy died, well, here she come running. Uncle Bill hadn't left the hill since 1987. He said his arthritis kept him down and he couldn't handle traveling. But where there's a will, there's a relative. It's amazing how they come from everywhere. Where there's a will, there's a relative. But it ain't just the grief they want to share. Aunt Louise thought she would be in the will and testimony after nursing Aunt Trudy through a bout with bad baloney. And Uncle Pete, he liked antiques. Trudy had a lot, they say. He figured he would get them all and sell them off on eBay. But if you'd seen their faces, you'd seen how bad it hurt when every single thing went to the Friendship Baptist Church. There's a will, there's a relative. It's amazing how they come from everywhere. Where there's a will, there's a relative. But it ain't just the grief they want to share.
Uncle Bill Warrington!
Oh, great.
Everybody.
That was delightful. I got to remind everybody, Bill's set up for whatever reason. If we laugh at all, we can't hear him. So make this vision of laughing go. But don't actually make any sound, or else we won't hear the song. All right, here's a classic that I think Eric will like. So I'm out in the backyard burying my girlfriend on a moonlit night. I'm out in the... This is the wrong key. I'm out in the backyard burying my girlfriend on a moonlit night. There we go. I'm out in the backyard burying my girlfriend when I come across my wife and I realize I buried her in the same spot. What a silly thing to have forgot. So there I am with both of them, a freaking shovel in my hand, and it just got awkward. Cause it's like I've just been caught cheating. Like I betrayed the only two women I ever loved. I cherish them both, obviously, more than life itself. So I'm out in the backyard burying my girlfriend, and it just got awkward. I'll stop there. Continue on. Thank you for the theme of death. One more song from Uncle Bill Warrington.
Thank you for having me, everybody, and thank you, Uncle Steve and Uncle Brad. He's the official uncle now. I'm going to make him an official uncle. Wrote this with my good friend Will Hopkins. This is called Down in History. Icarus was mighty proud of those waxy wings. He'd strap them on and he'd be gone like birds and flying things. He swore he reached the highest height by the time his time was done. But he got a little too close to the sun, and he went down in history, a spectacle for all to see, a classic case of a tragic fall. Well, everyone said what a shame, that's why we still know his name, yeah. He went down in history. Ricky Dick loved to turn that tape recorder on so the folks could hear his voice even after he was gone. But they caught him talking cover up and it put him in a bind. He fought it first, but soon he was resigned. And he went down in history, a spectacle for all to see. Yeah. a classic case of a tragic fall. Well, everyone said what a shame, that's why we still know his name, yeah. He went down in history. Here's the final part. Monica wore navy blue, and man, did she look great. Pretty soon that girl was spotted by a well-known head of state. She wanted him to go all the way, but he wouldn't go that far. He said, sorry, close but no cigar. Then she went down in history, a spectacle for all to see. Yeah, a classic case of a tragic fall. Well, everyone said what a shame, that's why we still know her name, yeah. She went down in history. Now everyone said what a shame, that's why we still know their names, yeah. They went down in history, yeah. They went down in history.
Uncle Bill Warrington!
Thank you, everybody.
You know, some jokes never get out of date, even 25 years later. The cigar
That's
joke
right.
will always be timely.
Well, when you got a great tune behind it.
Right. Hey, Bill, where will you be playing out live that we can come check you out?
Nowhere.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, we'll just have to have you back on here.
That would be nice. Thank you, guys.
That's right.
All
More
right.
purple,
Thank you, Uncle
though.
Bill.
Thank you all.
I like the purple.
Yeah.
Me too.
Steve tried his best.
I did. Oh, it's over there. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Bill. I
Are you fine,
those
Bill?
can go away now. And it's oh boy,
I got
is
him.
exciting. It is exciting because Jack Mayberry, we interviewed him a little bit ago, and we're going to play that interview for you now. So first we'll do the intro, and then we'll jump right into it. So everybody, classic comedian, veteran of The Tonight Show, and a million comedy clubs and television shows. And my God, this guy, here we go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Thursday. Yeah.
Jack Mayberry, Jack Mayberry.
Okay, we started out in like the early 80s. So man, that was like when the comedy club thing started popping.
Yeah.
And I was in radio in Houston, and I saw an ad. No, I didn't see it. Or I saw something that said there was a improv comedy troupe in town. Then they did shows like the guys in New York that were waiting for the MTA, that kind of stuff. And on Monday they were dark, and they decided to start holding a stand-up comedy night where you could come in and do 5 minutes, and take a ticket to the comedy store, same thing. And so I went down there to see it, and it was hilarious. And I thought, well, I got to do that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's fun. That's And so I was already doing the same material on radio, and so I started working the comedy club, and it was fun. I was, and I started using it on the radio to promote things, and I could do things. And then I was fired. So, which you get, that happens in radio a bit. And I decided not to look for another radio job, just to keep doing comedy. And I thought,
were you already making a living as a comic by that time?
What's that?
Were you already making a living as a comic at that time?
No, I had to go. I could not go on the road because I was on the radio every day.
But then you were fired.
Then I was fired. Then I went on the road, and I had been on the road some. I'd taken, whatever liberties I could, weekends or whatever, to do gigs. And that was about the time it was all popping. There were clubs opening up all along the Gulf Coast, all the way to Atlanta. And so I started working those. And then decided to go to LA and went to LA, and the rest is unwritten history.
Well, how
so
did the
far.
Tonight Show find out about you?
I called him and told him I'm here. Take me or I'm off.
Come on, how did it actually happen?
It actually happened. So I go to the LA and I start doing comedy at the Comedy Store. Sam gets me in the Comedy Store. He helps me. And I start working the Comedy Store, and then I start working the Comedy and Magic in Hermosa.
Yeah.
And Leno's down there all the time.
Yeah.
And he sees me and says, he's starting to host the show, the Tonight Show. And Macaulay's already seen me, and he hasn't talked to me. I never asked him what he thought, and he never told me.
Mm-hmm.
He'd seen me at the Comedy and Magic or on the Improv or somewhere. And so Leno saw me a few times, and he went, you're going to be on the show. I'm going to put you on with me. And I went, cool. And that's why when he called me, I went, hey, he called me one time at home after I'd done 3 or 4 Tonight shows, and he went, hey, Jack, I'm taking over the Tonight Show, and the first week is going to be live TV. And I want you to play Ross Perot. Would you play Ross Perot in a sketch?
Yeah.
And I went, sure. And then he said, great. And we'll contact you and we'll take care of it. And yada. And I went, okay. And then I'm like, I hung up the phone and I'm like, I just said I'd do Ross Perot on live national TV. I've never done Ross Perot.
Who wrote the bit?
They did.
Okay, so they wrote the bit, and then you just had to rehearse.
They wrote the first couple, and then I started. They would bring me in, and they would start asking me about, what do you think of this joke? How do you think that? And to their merit, I a few times, you know how they're picking on Ross Perot because he's running for president.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had some knowledge of Ross Perot as a kid because he was from Dallas, Texarkana, and he was a philanthropist. He gave bicycles to kids. He did, all kinds of stuff for people. And I liked Ross Perot. And so I didn't want to disparage him more than chide him,
Yeah.
And so a couple of times I said, I kind of feel a little uncomfortable saying that. And he went, no problem. And they dropped it, which I appreciated. And then a few times they would say, what do you think? And I'd go, well, I'd say this. And you go, oh, okay, we can do that. So it was a joint effort there after a while.
Did you ever get hired by like a corporate or anything to do Ross?
Yeah, many times.
What was that? What was that fee? You could charge him whatever you wanted.
It was annoying. I hated doing Ross. I really didn't like it. And the first couple of times it was like a lark, and then it was like, oh God. And then then I'm like, then he's starting to get hot, and you think, oh shit, if he gets elected, then I'm going to be doing this all the time.
That's right. Your life is now Ross Perot.
Comic all my life. What the hell is going on here?
See, that's why we invited you on this show.
Well, if he gets elected, and what if somebody's trying to assassinate him and they kill me? I don't need this on.
That's
boy, I never thought of that.
Hey, I want to remind you of something you said to me in 1989. We were working at the Laugh Stop in Austin, I think it was. And I was making probably in 89 about $17,000 that year. And we were discussing me like eating crackers in my car. I was just said, and then you said to me, yeah, I wish I could do that. I have to make $3,500 a week or a month. You said a month, $3,500 a month just to make it. And that seemed like $1 billion to me. And I wish to God I could only spend $3,500 a month now, this many years later.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, we were making that much money, but we were spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
I had a place in LA that I was at a week every once in a while. and I roommate with Marty Polio. When I first moved to LA, I moved into a hotel in Glendale that gave you a room for $450 a month, I think it was. And that was like perfect, you know. I could just leave my stuff there, and it was, you know, not that well. That was a ways from the airport, but I flew out of Burbank for a while there, and that was like, man, that's sweet living there. And then the same group had a hotel in Burbank, and I moved over to that hotel. I lived there for about 6-8 months, and then I started working the Comedy and Magic, and I met Marty Polio. And you guys know Marty, right?
Yeah, back in Louisville. I've had him on the show, but he's kind of a mime. I don't know what he would.
Oh, he's funny though. We talk.
He's fantastic. No, he and I are doing a train gig now in Santa Claus. It's a train. It's a train. You do a train. It's a gig on a train.
Okay. Well, you know, for a while there, back in the early 80s or so, they were experimenting with comics on airplanes. Like Southwest would have a comic up front.
Oh my God.
I know. And, you know, I don't think I only heard about it a couple of times. I don't think it probably went over very well. I mean, that's a diverse audience, and they're captive. I didn't ask.
Yeah. But if you die, you got to sit there with them the rest of the flight.
They didn't come to see you.
That's when the people start praying you crash into a mountain.
Yes. Did you do it on the walkie-talkie? Ladies and gentlemen.
Or
did you do it on the...
You know, stewardess, get word to the pilot to cut the oxygen, and we'll take the mask. He doesn't have wood.
Oh my God. Hey,
we could stop this.
A friend of mine bought a bus in Las Vegas, and he does bus shows. He emptied it out and put seats in it and a stage. He picks up groups, and he does stand-up driving around Las Vegas now.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know, it's stand-up it's a pervasive thing. It's like people who are funny are going to find a way to push it on you somehow, you know. It's just an impulse, and it's like you can't stop doing it.
Speaking of stopping doing it, I got to cut it off here so I'll have time to edit this.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, we got it. Oh yeah. He's got time. He's got to edit this and get it ready for the show. So
I'm going to leave, but you guys keep going, and I'm going to cut this together.
Okay, cut this together.
Thank you, Jack.
Good to see you both.
Jack Mayberry.
Jack Mayberry.
The one and only. Hi.
I was going to say something important right there.
Yeah, say something important.
I was going to say something very important. Oh, I heard a joke today. A polar bear goes into a bar. The bartender says, "What do you want?" And the polar bear says, "I want a gin and tonic." And the bartender says, "Okay, but why the big paws?" He goes, "I was born with them."
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Show's over.
Only we can stop there, but we cannot.
No, because we've got
Patti. Where is she?
Oh, you want to do Patti? Okay.
I think, isn't that the next thing?
It's up to you.
Isn't that how we always do it?
Well, let's ask her and see if she's going to join us. Oh, now she's walking around and unstatic.
I'm pretty sure she's the next thing. Hi, Patti. Turn on your
What
mic.
is that? What is that?
Why are you lipping? What's the lip? You're so dark. You need like a key light of some sort.
Yeah, hold on a second.
I'll do the thing. You turn up your lights. Here we go.
Okay.
It's time for a Patti Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, to folks refusing to wear masks, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses. She's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
Fancy lips in the dark.
Bad chicken.
I now you know my secret. When I don't have time to put on makeup, I just do the filter for makeup. All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, look, I forgot I was wearing this hat. There's a church in Ohio. I want to say it's Lima. They don't say Lima. Wait, they don't say Lima. They say Lima. Anyway, you know what I mean. It's a church that's now a brewery, and they haven't changed the church at all. And we go in there and we do comedy, and they're like, "The dirtier, the better" on the altar. So that's Father John's. I just want to say, I know that you had to do it for time, but I was like, everybody who wanted to hear more from Jack. I'm like, what more about comedy? And I want to do. By the way, Brad, I kind of need to do this bus thing that your friend is doing, ripping out all the seats. Yes,
You want to do it? Joe Wiley's his name.
Yeah, 100%. I would do that.
Yeah,
I would love that.
I'll give you some
airplane
information.
thing.
Excellent. And by the way, I think everyone can agree. Is Monday better? By applause, show of hands, whatever you got. Monday's good. Because what if it had been Thursday and the energy of what happened at 1 a.m. on Friday, 15 rounds of voting. And here's the thing. I don't know about anybody else, but I wish the Democrats had been like, once they said, yes, we want to stay, I wish they had said nay to adjourning till Monday, because every single newspaper, every single meme would have been this. It would have just been like, no, this is how we govern. We're just going to be crazy for the next 2 years. And so I think they lost an opportunity there. And there's a couple things that I love. One was the guy kneeling in front of Matt Gaetz, nibbling on his ear. I mean, like, how close was that guy? He was all in his business, like, I have video. I have the video. That's what he was saying. And I know people are, okay, this is where Democrats seize a moment. And Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader, definitely sees the moment with his A to Z. It was a bit much. By the way, please do me a favor. Don't only follow Hakeem Jeffries, a new minority leader. Follow his brother. Because his brother is like, my publisher told me that I have to get a Pulitzer now. He's like, yeah, it'll probably be writing a biography of my brother. So, I stepped on that myself. The biography of his brother. So here, Katie Porter. How many people saw Katie Porter reading a book with the cover that said, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fart? Yes. With a hard K. And she matched the cover. And people are saying, oh, it's all just a performance, and even liberals are saying that. Who cares? Do the performance. Be gaudy. Go over the top. Whatever. I mean, we're not in there with a Confederate flag wrapping in the speaker's office. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Wear the shirt, read the book, do the stuff. Here's my concern. If you're not familiar with the new rules of the House now, is that any single member can make a motion to vacate the speaker's seat. So every week there could feasibly be a new speaker. Oh, Jesus. Speaker of the week. Every week. At some point, that's what he gave away. He gave away the ability to just can we just 2 days? Can we just do something? We just want to see Hunter Biden's pee-pee again. Can we just do that again? That's all they want to do is investigate and impeach and all these things and doing the work. They never wanted to govern. They have never wanted to govern. And I'm just filling time because my entire mind was blown by the fact that you had Jack on and we had to interrupt him. I'm just saying, I was like, I needed more of Jack.
We've got the whole thing. We'll send it to you.
Also, I threw away that poor chicken that I threw away. It went too long. I know. I feel like it was. I wish I could have done something. Okay, can we talk about pork rinds, by the way? Change the subject. I bought a vat of pork rinds. I have dreams of becoming a vegetarian. Not so much a vegan, because I really like cheese. But apparently, if you leave a chicken in the fridge long enough, it will turn into cheese too. But intellectually, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? Pork rinds are okay because someone else is eating the bacon. You know what? We're making sure everything's being used, but I think I'm contributing to the problem. What I'm saying is, don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. I watched Die Hard too many times during Christmas. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. Thank you, everybody.
Wait, what happened?
It happens every time you and I do something at the same time. Hang on.
All right. Well, now bring Patti back in.
I'm trying.
Why?
She went away.
It's too hot.
She'll be back.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
She is.
It is. What's happening to my lips? Look at that when it's dark.
So the now the meme of the older man being pulled away from Matt Gaetz.
Mike Rogers, yes.
Yeah, that's every father of a 15-year-old in Florida. So,
yeah.
And what's interesting is, as far as changing speakers, now only one person can call for a vote, but then he has to be a quorum has to vote him out and vote for somebody else. And it'd be great to see that happen. I think every day a Democrat should call for a vote, just every day. Well, because they don't have any ideas at all.
But I believe the rules are it's of the majority party, so Democrat actually can't vacate the seat of the speaker.
Yes, but the problem is that you said they want to investigate and they want to impeach because they have no ideas. Their first legislation was going to be something that doesn't exist and that they can't do. We're going to get rid of those 87,000 IRS agents. There never were any of that.
Over 10 years of retirement.
Take away that funding. You can't do it. It's not a thing you can. I mean, it's just not border, not security, not veterans, not anything else. That. So I know it's going to be a great 2 years. I can feel it.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm going back to Prague. Damn it.
Lessen the power of the ethics committee.
Yeah, no ethics committee.
Yeah.
All right.
Ethicsless committee.
Now let's keep Patti on for a second.
Okay.
Because look, it's our friend John.
Hi, John.
On our last episode, Patty's friend Jason did a minute of stand-up for the first time ever, and I think it's a great segment. So John would like to do
exactly 1 minute
of stand. Yeah. Now I jumped the gun a little bit, and I will be a little. I apologize to Jason. I apologize to all of you. I will be a little bit more easy. What's going to happen is if we hit the 6, I can't give you a light like we would in a comedy club because that's stupid. Oh. Patti can. Nah, she's not gonna though. She's too nice. So what I'm gonna do is right around a minute, like at 55 seconds, I'm gonna do this. That means wrap it up. And then we'll see if you do. Okay, let's do this thing, and then it'll be John Trent is doing his first minute of comedy.
So you say you're a comedian wannabe, and you're willing to work for free. You're not a pro, so where can you go? Don't want to spend all night at an open mic. Try the Amateur Minute in our online show. If your is funny, we'll let you know. It's the Amateur Minute. Are you ready to go on the virtual comedy show? And we're not going to pay you. That's what amateur means.
Okay. Well, hi. My name is John Trennis. My pronoun is a-hole. Explain that. I took a psychology class a long time ago where I learned about this thing called projection. That's when someone accuses you of the very same bad character trait that they have, and they try to make you think it's a problem with you and not them. Like my whole life, people have accused me of being an a-hole. But now I realize that they were really projecting their a-holishness on me, and they were the actual a-holes, and I'm a pretty nice guy. So let's test this theory. By a show of hands, how many of you think I'm an a-hole? All right, there's 1.
Bob doesn't have hands.
2, 3. 7, 13. Wait a minute! Oh, I see what you're doing. Well played.
Wait a minute. Wait, I didn't hear the bell.
I heard it.
I heard it.
I heard
You
it.
hear the bell because the constant ringing in your ears. That happens when you're of a certain.
I didn't raise my hand.
I did not.
I didn't raise my hand
either.
Bob
I
tried,
think
but he
you're
doesn't
just an
have hands.
A.
Thank you, John.
Woo,
we
good
were
job,
joking.
John.
Where can we see you during your stand-up comedy?
Here.
All right.
We're going to find some open mics around town, but I thought, hey, let's have him try it here first. I thought
That was a good idea. Now I'm trying to find him right now here. There, I found
What are you
him.
trying to find? Oh, okay.
Steve, are you doing a song?
No, I think, well, yeah, actually I am. Let's do that. Okay.
Yeah.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
It's the accordion.
That's
Oh
right.
no!
I
Not
know.
the accordion.
I would recommend, if you're a sensitive viewer, this would be a good time to turn off your audio.
Oh, wait, there's something I got to do.
Turn off the video too. In fact, just turn the computer off.
Weird Steve.
Exactly. As you know, I'm working on a tribute to Weird Al Yankovic and Daniel Radcliffe, and one of the songs that's going to be in this is a 3-minute, 12-song medley of Al songs, which I do all the time on the guitar, but now I'm trying to do it on the accordion. So good luck. Here we go. How come you're always such a fussy young man? Don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran. Well, don't you know that other kids are starving in Japan? So eat it. Don't you tell me you're full, just eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it. Have a banana, have a whole bunch. It doesn't matter what you had for lunch, just eat it. Well, I'm yelling and I'm playing, but I don't know what I'm saying. What's the message I'm conveying? Can you tell me what I'm saying? No, I'm going to the goal. I'm going to the. This is the hardcore to find. It's here somewhere. No, that's not it. There's a freaking C on this thing somewhere. La la. Going to the. Yes, I'm going to the hardware store. People say I'm a geek, a moronic little freak, an annoying pipsqueak with an unfortunate physique. But the Frenchies think that my poop don't stink. I'm a genius in France. Talk with your mouth full, bite the hand that feeds you, bite off more than you can chew. Dare to be stupid, dare to be stupid. And another comes on, another one rides the bus. Hey, gonna sit by you, another one rides the bus. Hey, we're getting there. I just can't understand it. Why won't you return my phone calls? Are you still mad I gave a mohawk to your cat? Oh, Melanie, what can the problem be, sweet Melanie? Why won't you go out with me? I'm driving a truck, driving a big old truck, pedal to the metal, hope I don't run out of luck. Wearing feather boas with sequins and chiffon, driving a truck with my high heels on. Hey! Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna educate you, gonna familiarize you with the nomenclature. You'll learn the definitions of nouns and prepositions. Literacy is your mission, and that's why I think it's a good time. And he smiled as he said, with a twinkle in his eye, Merry Christmas, y'all, now you're all gonna die. The night Santa went crazy, the night Saint Nick went insane. Realized he'd been getting a raw deal. Something finally must have snapped in his brain. I know Darth Vader's really got you annoyed, but remember, if you kill him, then you'll be unemployed. Oh, my Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. Yo, 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 Yoda. Almost there. Dang it. I need some applause to help me out with this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My front lawn. I know that they're thinking I'm too white and nerdy. They're just too white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
Steve, good. Come on, everybody. Amazing. That's really impressive that you've gotten that far on the accordion in this short a time.
Thank you very much.
And the
Not
fact that you
sucking
own an
as much
accordion
as I
is
was.
impressive. I think that's also impressive.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, time to beg for money. Here we
That's
go.
right.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Arms for the poor. So, ow. So, by the way, this is the time to go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians. Firstly, I need more IU stuff. So if you could do that. And, you know, not only is this an open mic for comedians, it's an open mic for Steve. I think that's good too. We need money for Steve to take accordion lessons and get these.
I knew you were going to say that.
I knew it. Also, we really need money. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and we can buy Patti some good chicken. Then she won't have to wear the gloves and throw away and have her house smell with the bad chicken. And we can get her in Pork Rinds Anonymous. Pork Rind Rehab. And finally, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, and we can buy more purple paint for Bill. It'll be fantastic. Everything will be purple in his entire house. If you go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians so that we can do this show for another year. And now that Steve is first. So, okay. There you go.
All right. I think it's time for the worst joke of the week.
Let's do it.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Oops. I forgot. Dang it.
I'm back. Okay. Sad news.
Uh-oh.
Adam Rich, who played Nicholas, the youngest child on the show 8 is Enough, died at the age of 54. Very sad. After the show, Rich had struggled with alcohol and drugs. Everyone who knew Adam, though, said that he was a lovely person despite his struggles. And the remaining cast was quoted as saying, "Why couldn't it have been Willie Ames?"
Oh! And now the new outro song.
Yes!
Hey, thanks for coming to the Monday show. We're doing it on Mondays, now you know. So whether you're in Houston or in Buffalo, you should keep coming back to the Monday show. We have a lot of fun on the Monday show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. We're always glad to see you at the Monday show. We hope you enjoyed the Monday show. You don't have to dress up, no, 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 no. You can be like Brad or go commando. And we'll see you next week at the Monday show. We'll see you next week at the Monday show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.